Hi, welcome to EDU561. My name is Brenda McDormand and I'm going to be your facilitator for the duration of this course. This is an 8-week course just like your previous courses have been, and the title is Instructional Design with Technology. Before I get started with my introduction, I want to introduce you to my sidekick Maggie. She's a Havanese and she's with me all the time, goes with me everywhere, very loyal. So she insisted on being on my lap this morning. She did want to take her morning walk because there's some big trucks outside. So anyway, it's early in the morning here when I'm doing this. So we're going to give this a run. So EDU 561, Instructional Design with Technology. What do those words mean to you? During this course, we're going to investigate various topics such as what are essential questions. We're going to address e-learning, and also we're going to spend a lot of time examining various instructional models, instructional strategies. So during this course, we're going to be integrating e-learning with technology. Before I get started, I want to talk about the importance of discussion forums. Since we don't meet face-to-face, it's really important that we have that collaboration. I have found out in the past with previous courses that it's better for you to post your discussion forum post and your replies directly in the text box on our course Moodle. If you provide a link to a Word document in which you typed your post or your response, I have found that it's a link, and so it's an extra click for your classmates to have to do, and very often they don't do it, so then they don't read your post and you may not have any replies to it. So I would rather that you post directly into the text box. Now there may be some issues with formatting when you copy from Word, if you type it up first in Word and then copy it and paste it into our text box. But there's directions on your Moodle on how to work around that if you look above at the top area of our course. So that's just a little bit about that. A little bit about me, my professional background. I taught and now I'm retired after 33 years of teaching. I started my career in kindergarten for 3 years in Fulton, Missouri. I'm a Fulton girl. I'm a graduate of William Woods College, which it was known as back then. Grew up there. After that experience and teaching in Fulton, I moved to Versailles, Missouri, and was interviewed for the kindergarten position, but they put me in second grade, and I liked that grade level, and I stayed there for 14 years. And then I was approached by the director of special services one day if I would be interested in teaching gifted in our district. I guess she knew that there was some really crazy things going on in my second grade classroom. But anyway, I accepted that job, and I was the only teacher of the gifted in that school district at Morgan County R2 for 6 years, K-12. That was a real learning experience for me. It was different from being in a regular classroom. I tried to use most of my funding on technology, purchasing technology tools. I entered the kids in a lot of competitions, so it was a growing experience for me. During that time, I earned my master's degree in special education with an emphasis in gifted from the University of Missouri, since I had to be certified anyway to teach it. So people got to know in the school system that I was a person who was really embracing technology tools. So one day the superintendent visited me and approached me about becoming our district's technology trainer in technology. He was very wise during that time to realize that the money that he was investing in technology would be better used and beneficial to students if the district had someone to train teachers on how to use the tools in the classroom. So I accepted his offer, but instead of labeling me as a technology trainer, I called myself the Instructional Technology Coordinator, and later that was modified to Instructional Technology Specialist. I earned my specialist degree in educational technology from the University of Missouri. Basically, it was all online except for one course. I had to travel to campus in Columbia for Networking 101, in which we actually wired, used Cat5 cable and RJ45 connectors and wired networks, and it was a great class. Project-based too. The end product for that class was we were given a high school floor plan, and we had to plan out the wiring for the school building and where our switches would be, where the hubs would be, where the wiring closet would be. So it was a really hands-on, practical, real-world project that we had to do to demonstrate our mastery of the concepts of that course. So here I am at the district technology trainer. During this time, the EMINTS program started up in the state of Missouri, and I wrote grants to send some of our teachers to EMINTS training and to have EMINTS classrooms. They were going to 2 years professional development to meet with their cohorts. I didn't know what was going on in those sessions. They wouldn't let me attend because I wasn't written into the grant. So I eventually did that. I wrote and received a grant to expand the EMINTS program to our upper grades, grade 5, 5th grade, and I wrote myself in to be trained in the training program. So I completed that training for 2 years and became a certified EMINTS specialist. So since I had that role, I was able to conduct EMINTS training in my district, so I didn't have to write grants to send my teachers off somewhere else. During that time, I started a smart board initiative, in which my goal was to put a smart board in every classroom, which was achieved. But there was a requirement of that gift for their classroom. They had to complete what we called EMINTS Lite, in which they attended 2 years of professional development on how to use that tool in the classroom. Some of my other duties at the school were developing and maintaining the school district's website. They didn't have one when I started there in that role. I was responsible for both state and federal funding in the area of technology. I co-chaired the district technology committee. I wrote the district technology plan, wrote and monitored computer use policies for the district. I purchased technology software and other educational tools. And of course, I was responsible for all professional development in the area of technology, both for EMINTS and for non-EMINTS. So I had a lot of evening work since that's the only time my teachers had free time. I was also a classroom support, a coach, a sidekick, going in the classrooms and helping that teacher integrate the tools and help her or him gain confidence with them. A highlight for me this summer was seeing the Rolling Stones in concert. What do you think this guy was like in the classroom or in a training session? This is my 4-year-old grandson. Are you ready for this learner in your technology-infused learning environment? I bet some adult learners might just be like him. My 2-year-old granddaughter knows how to FaceTime all by herself. I love to get calls from her. Are you ready to challenge her in your classroom or training session? How will the learning environment look like for my youngest granddaughter? What tools will she use for investigation? How will she collaborate and make connections no matter what environment she is in? A learning facilitator for this grandson will need to wear tennis shoes. Will you be able to keep him motivated by allowing him to design his learning through his interests? Anything related to cars, tractors, and cows will create excitement. We celebrated our wedding anniversary in Naples, Florida this year. This has nothing to do with educational technology.